stand no nonsense. I'm from Kanye and Compton. You can never be conscious, cause you just stay on some dumb shit. Talk that raw shit. Right, man, what's going on? Love and peace to everybody, you know, to the world, you know. I just got a lot of love for self right now because, you know, it's just you gotta love yourself, man. You gotta love yourself regardless of no other thing. And words can't even amount to the type of love I'm talking about right now. You know what I'm saying? So out of love, I'm here, you know, as the black dog, you know, CALEZ, you know, trying to give you this message. I feel, you know, it's something I should be doing. So, let's get into this. So, we all know what Mercury Retrograde is. If not, you should do your Googles right now, but we're gonna get in a little bit deeper today. Like I said, this content is not for the average mind. This is for, you know, somebody that's operating on a different frequency. We've all been affected by Mercury Retrograde. Unless you got the keys, then, you know, good for you, you know. But like I said, we've all been affected by Mercury Retrograde. So how do we master it? You know what I'm saying? How do we master this principle? First of all, you got to understand that we are everything. You know, we are the all. We are the soul. Think of everything as one thing, but think of everything expressing itself as different characteristics. How does something do that? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But we all this one thing expressing itself as different characteristics. And you know, we essentially become the master of ourself. Once we can master ourselves, we can master others as well. And I am here to tell you that Mercury is just like a person. NASA.com. If you go into what is Mercury, or what is the planet, or the origin, or what it was named after, you come across on NASA.com, the Romans believed that gods and goddesses were in charge of everything on Earth. Mercury is honored after the messenger for their gods. The Roman Mercury had wings on his helmet and shoes. He could travel quickly from place to place. The planet Mercury moves quickly around the sun. This is how it got its name. So basically, these gods and goddesses are another part of us, the all, which is the everything expressing itself as one thing. So they give these gods and shits characteristics so that you can relate to them, you know, so that you can make a person. And ultimately, so it's like this effect where you can see this person as being higher than you. And that's how we have shit like capitalism. But they're not really that person. There is the energy that behind it that makes sense. So the energy behind Mercury, if you go to Mercury mythology, he is the god of financial gain, commerce, eloquence, luck, trickery, boundaries, communication, including divination. He also serves as the god of souls to the underworld. That's on wikipedia.com when you Google the Mercury mythology. So I'm gonna just drop the facts. I'm not trying to go to this big conclusion or whatever to like, and so, oh, this is how you do it. I'm just giving you some keys right now so that you may be able to probably take these keys and you know, apply them to your life. So like I said, we are the soul expressing ourselves as this, the camera and whatnot, and Mercury, you know? So wouldn't you have to master yourself, another part of yourself to, or another part of your personality to ultimately be in tune with it, or be at your best? And that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about how to master your personality, you know what I'm saying? And but this is just in one way, because we do that all the time. You know, you want to learn a skill, you go to college and you learn how to master, you know, this degree, or you go to, you know, whatever you do, you rap, you want to master this thing, so you have to go in and study it. Mercury is also connected to the god Hermes in Wikipedia. Hermes has this thing called the 7 principles. So the 7 principles are mentalism, I don't have my shit, but let me see if I can go off the top. I might not be able to, but I might be able to. So mentalism, which is, it says the mind is all, the universe is mental, is basically explaining that principle as that the all is within the all. You know what I'm saying? Like we're everything, but you know, just different forms. Then you get into the principle of correspondence, which is the second one. And that one is as above, so below, as within, so without. So basically, just like you got a axis, you know, I mean, well, basically, just like you have a, you know, the Earth going around the sun. So like we have electrons going around atoms. Like everything manifests on different planes of existence. Then you have the principle of polarity, which is the left and right principle, hot, cold, warm. It's like would be the middle, I guess, maybe more so towards hot. But regardless of that, you got up, down, left, right. Everything has these poles, whatever. After that, you get, I believe, cause and effect. Maybe I'm not doing it in order. Let me get the shit to finish up. Try to take my time with these things, man. Okay, so the second one, I mean, the third one is the principle. Wait. Okay, so the first one is the mental principle. The second one is the principle of correspondence, as I said. The third one can be vibration. Basically everything vibrates. So that means like when you go to sleep, you know, you still are, you know, you still living, and not just physically, but you know, life still goes on. Like nothing ever stops vibrating. Fourth is the principle of polarity, which is the poles I was talking about. Fifth is the principle of rhythm. Everything flows in and out, and that's very essential when it comes to this retrograde, because the principle of rhythm is happening. You know, everything has its flow. It's basically saying that it looks like the retrograde is just an illusion. It looks like it's, you know, it's spinning backwards or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But the principle of rhythm helps us understand that if everything ebbs and flows, you don't have to be carried on this wave. You know, you can understand the wave, and ultimately you can become one with the wave. You feel me? Like, that's the principle of rhythm. 6 is the principle of cause and effect. Everything you do has a cause and effect, even if you don't know what the effect is. It's simple. 7 is the principle of gender. Everything has masculine and feminine principles. So, you know, that is basically just on the deeper level. Like, we're not talking about, you know, this dog has a female part, but it is because it is created with the female energy, the essential female energy, and the essential masculine energy, which birth things, you know what I'm saying, which gives life to things, which is why I can interact with this guy right now. Shout out Anubis. So yeah, so you know, once we get you know, understand that these principles are connected to this god Mercury or Hermes, you know, we understand that, oh, you know, if I am the all, you know, then I have these principles about me I can, you know, tune into and, you know, ultimately learn and understand and get the knowledge behind, so that you can become not fazed by the principles. If they're you, you know, how do you get fazed by something that's you? You know what I'm saying? That's what master yourself. You know, you become the master of yourself when you know, don't, you know, invest so much energy into these, you know, things that are essentially yourself. You know, that's master yourself. Like, you know, you can use the principle of polarity. 1 minute I'm happy, 1 minute I'm depressed. Then when you depressed, you like, oh fuck life, and when you happy, you like super happy. But there's a middle point to this, and this is what causes you not to be swung on the pendulum back and forth. You can just neutralize, okay, this is me. Okay, this is me too, and I accept that. 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 You got to become the master of your mind. Simple. So it says any retrograde is a slowing of the planetary motion relative to its average speed. So it's not really even understanding the retrograde. It's really just understanding the energy. And once you understand the energy and you understand, okay, what are these principles behind this energy, then you automatically connect it. You won't need to understand like why this thing goes back and forth, because ultimately that's the principle of rhythm and effect. Everything flows in and out, and you can't stop that. You can't stop an ocean from washing, you can't stop the tides from an ocean. You can't. You just have to surf on it, so that's what we are grasping here. So wrap your mind around this, it's very important. Mercury is connected to Hermes, also connected to Thoth, because Thoth is the Egyptian god that birthed Hermes, and Hermes birthed Mercury, and before Thoth, I believe it was Tehuti, and Tehuti has 7 principles too. This is golden. Key to surviving the fucking Mercury retrograde is to understand the 7 principles of this energy that is you. The mind is all, the universe is mental. So that means if the universe is mental and the mind is all, which is everything in the universe, then you have to do the mental work to ultimately rise up to a level of understanding, so you won't be so swung on a pendulum when it happens, or washed by the law of rhythm. We looked in the conscious up to the all. It's very simple, guys. It's very simple. I just want you to know that. Me personally, I think not understanding Mercury, which is the closest to the sun, the planet closest to the sun, I believe understanding him, because he's a messenger, because he governs, travel, which is basically, communication between thought and body. Because you have to think somewhere to go somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, willfully as well. It's a very simple thing to grasp, guys. This is a short one, and this is I'm signing out after this.
You just wanna be kosher. I cannot stand no nonsense. I'm from Kanye and Compton. You can never be conscious, cause you just stay on some dumb shit. Talk that raw shit.